There we go. Audio difficulties. All right. So that's one of the things I should check before I actually go live is the audio. Now that the audio is coming through, everything's great. So as you saw, I had an intro video. That intro video was created with Canva, super easy. But after that, how do you actually add that to OBS? And these are the things I'm still figuring out as I go through this. As you can see, I'm hopefully progressing, getting a little bit better every day. So what I'm doing today is going through some of the video stuff that I like to deal with and go, all right, we have an intro video, I have an outro video, and I have a be right back video. So let me show you that one right now. If I click on that, you're going to see the taking a break. And it'll play some audio in the background so you know that I'm taking a break. So when I come back, and then I'm back. And one of the things I want to do, and as you saw, that taking a break is just one part of it. But what I can do is what I should do. In this case, I'm just going to do it right now. Let's do this. And what I'm going to, let me share OBS so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm going to make this, actually I want this to be here. And I think this will work. It's like this. And then I go to code top right. See, and you can see my current stats. But now if I change this to properties and then don't hide OBS, now you'll see all of OBS, which is great. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to go to taking a break. Great, so now you can probably hear me. So what I just did, and I will come back to the main camera, let's go to code. So what I just did was I added a new audio source right here. So now that audio source got added to the BRB scene. If I click on this, it's actually going to change the scene, and now you still can hear me, right? So if I go back to the main camera, there I am. And then I have a BRB scene, I have a thank you scene, and I have a starting soon. So if I go to BRB, you're going to hear the music and me talking, right? If I go to the thank you, nothing. Right? So now I just added the mic to the thank you, which generally I wouldn't want. Once I go off the air, I'd like to be off the air. But you can see if I go to the main camera, let's go to main camera. So right here. So if you can see here, I have a starting soon, thank you, and BRB. And then all of these, let me actually add, this is crazy to do, add screen capture, add existing, great. Yeah, that's what I thought. So now let's fit to screen, transform, there we go. Now you see everything. Let's get rid of this. And then I want to fix this to do, see, you can see the audio in the background right now. And if I want to resize this, I can do it like this, which is kind of fun, right? But one of the things I have learned, see how it's really hard to see, mainly because of the top and bottom, right? So now I can see the top and bottom, which is all good, But now I want to transform, see if this fits the screen. Yeah, that didn't work either. So I think what's better than doing it, adding a screen capture here, is actually adding a new scene. So I want to add screen one capture. Right, so now I add that screen one capture and nothing's in there. So let's add go to screen capture, add existing. Boom. Great. And now I want to add, and that's it. That's the only thing. Oh, sorry you couldn't hear me right then because I didn't have a mic. So when you ever create a new scene, you're going to go in and out of the mics. But now I have a screen one capture here, so you can see that. You can see this right here. So I'm going to try and add a mic to that. I don't want to add a mic to that. What I would want to do now is actually organize this screen capture so then I could just add that scene, because then it'll actually be exactly what I want it to shoot and everything else will be good to go. So to do that, I will go to screen one capture. But I'm going to add the mic so you can actually see what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to come here, add audio input. Great. And now my mic's talking, and now you should be able to see this screen. So if I did this right, and when this comes through, yeah, great. So you can actually see this. So now what I want to do is organize this to actually fit to screen. So let's start with this, transform, and fit to screen. So now that's everything, but I don't want to see everything, right? I just want to see this little window. So to do that, let's see what this does. And then I do a transform, fit to screen. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it jumps back. Great. So if I do this, whoops, that's not it. Grab this. Am I hitting the wrong key? Nope. I don't think I'm hitting the wrong key. So let's do, that's right. That looks good. Let's do this one. That looks good. And now let's scale this down. Whoops, that'll scale the whole thing. I don't want to scale the whole thing. I just want this to be that. So now I just have that. So let's see what that actually looks like when it comes in. So this is going to update right here. As you can see, I'm scaling it. And then when it comes in, that looks great. So now let's fix this, the properties of this. And then I'm going to hide OBS. I'm going to say, okay. And I want to see what this looks like live. So now OBS should go away. You should still be able to hear me. And I want to see what the screen looks like. So that was close, right? But you still have these gutters on the side. So let's see if we can figure out how to get rid of those gutters. So I will actually re-enable this so you can see this. Great. So I think the easiest way to get rid of those gutters is to do it the easy way. And you just resize the window. Nope. So let's see. If I come here and then move the whole thing over and then keep going. That looks right. Oh, I think I need to, I know what it is. I have to do this. There we go. That's good. Let's see how much I want to bring in. I want to bring in this. So what I want to do now is I want to hide OBS just so I can see, because this looks right. So then I come here. I think that's where I want. Definitely want that there. Let's see if I can bring this in. Nope. I want to bring that back out. There. That's good. That's good. The bottom is not good. That's better. And that's now the bottom of the window. It's really hard to do when you're trying to show on OBS and trying to match the screen. So I'm going to hide OBS for a second. So I'm going to hide OBS. And now I'm going to try and resize everything, which should be just that. No, right there. I wonder if I can just do the fit screen now. Transform, fit screen. Oh, better. That was fun. So let's see if I... There. It ends with chat, ends with chat. But there's still that bottom part. There, that looks great. That looks great. And now what if I do fit to screen? Transform, fit to screen. Nothing changed. So in that case, if I move this over, that looks right. And then I move it all the way down until it's locked. There. Wow, that was a lot of work just to get it positioned. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. But let's get back to OBS so you can see what I did. So hide OBS. So I'm going to bring OBS into the full screen now. So now I have a screen capture scene. It actually has a mic with it too, which maybe could be fine. I don't know. I don't know what if I have two audio devices simultaneously of the same audio device? I don't know. Let's find out. So now that I have a screen one capture right here and I have the mic and I click on that, and that should be the right thing. So now if I click on, no, that's the wrong one. Cancel. Click on this, go to properties, and then hide OBS. So now you actually are still seeing everything. I wonder if that is actually true. Here, let's see. I think that was just the way it was set up. Yeah, you're seeing the right things now. That's perfect. Oh, here comes my dog. You want to be on camera, baby girl? Let's see. If I'm back on OBS, you're gonna go up? Go on, go on. All right. There she goes. Yep. She had to join me today. All right. So now that I have that and I have my screen capture here, so I wonder if I create a new scene. let's see. So I am going to create a new scene, add um, video scene. And then what I want to do is add a scene to that. Add scene. And I'm going to add the camera. And then I'm going to add the scene. Screen one capture. Okay. Great. And now if I bring this up, or this down is probably easier. There. So now you see this as a scene. So let's move this out of the way and resize that a bit and bring that right about there. So now, yeah, you can see me moving myself around. It's kind of fun. Um, but by doing this, now I have a scene that will always be the same. Because one of the things I've learned is when I make a copy of a scene, it will actually not come through correctly, which is kind of crazy. But this audio is actually coming through the screen one capture. So let me go back to here, properties, hide OBS. Okay. So I'm going to bring OBS over. And then as you see here, I have the OBS right here, right? Which is fun. This is a separate scene. But now if I go into the new scene that I created, which is, I think I called it video scene. So with the video scene now, you can see my circular camera is up here, which is just another scene. And then I have the screen one capture right here, which is this scene. So I have two scenes that are creating this scene. And why would I do that? The main reason I would do that is because I will guarantee that whatever is applied to that scene will be consistent if I ever use that capture device in other places. If I create a new capture device or I actually bring in the existing capture device, it actually resized the whole screen and it had a bunch of stuff in it that I'm not really sure why it did that. But this is actually what I wanted. So now if I want to copy this scene and I duplicate, and we'll call it video scene 2. So now I have video scene 1 and video scene 2, right? And you didn't really see a transition because they're exactly the same. But if I move in video scene 2, I move this to the bottom right, and then I come here, you'll see the transition, right? But the screen stays the same. So now if I come back here to the screen capture, which really I want to just move down here, in the screen capture, and I change this, change the properties, and hide OBS, come back here. And then if I go to video scene 1, you see me at the top right. Video scene 2, you see me at the bottom right. And because of that, oh, wait, you don't see me at the bottom right. Let me move that down. There, now you should see me at the bottom right. Now that should be on override. That should be right. There we go. Sorry. So the order of your sources is actually really critical to actually identify where they're stacked, ranked, on how they're going to do overlays and things like that. Then the last thing you want to do is add some actual overlays. So if I want to add an overlay like an image, I'll just create a new one here. Actually, I can do it to the actual scene itself. So let me get back to sharing this, hide OBS, so you can see what I'm doing. Great. So if I want to add an image here, image, and we'll call it image, and I will browse, and we'll do images. We'll do the bottom layout clear. I mean, you can create any one you want. I'll just do the little icon. It's easier that way. So there's my little icon. I say, okay. Wow, that's really big. Let's resize it. And now I'm going to resize it and I'm going to put it in the right spot. I'll put it in the bottom right corner like everyone ever always sees. So you see my logo. Um, and there you go. But now, because of it's at the bottom left, let's put it actually over here. And I'll show you why I'm doing it here. Because now if I go into video scene 1, there's my picture and the logo is still here. If you go to video scene 2, there's my picture and it doesn't cover it up, right? So if I move this, whoops, if I want to move this icon, I have to go to where I added it, which is here. And then I move this over to here, right? So now if I go to video scene 2, you're going to see my picture is going to hide the logo. And then you keep in mind when you're adding logos and things like that, make sure you have a right background scene, right? So mine is currently transparent. So depending on where I put it, it'll appear differently. I could even put it at the top left and just leave it there. Ooh, little small logo, right? Just like that. And then when I go into video scene 2 or video scene 1, you can see all of that. So I'm going to go back to the screen capture and I'm going to turn off OBS. And now we're back on the live stream, which is kind of nice because I can actually come over to here and I can actually chat. This is me chatting, right? Not saying that anyone's here right now to chat with me, but I'm just getting the stream set up, getting things configured, and then you can actually see the chat that'll appear over here, which is actually really nice because then I can manage everything through OBS. And if I want to show code, I can show code. If I want to show overlays, I can show overlays. If I want to do pretty much anything, I can do all of that in one interface, which is really, really nice. Anyway, it's about, wow, I've been talking for about 25 minutes. I guess that's it for today. And because I've set up this new thing, I can actually just go to say, go back to the main camera. Thanks for tuning in. Excited about the next steps. A lot to do in the video production world. So people have entire teams that do this. I am actually operating with just me and her, and she's exhausted. So this is what I do. Getting these things set up and learning more about this process, and you're going to learn this process with me. And I thank you for tuning in, and I will cut to my thank you screen now. And have a good one.